Oh, Ronnie did get on there. Ronnie, you want to drive right in?
Hey,
if we go ahead and open the door all the way, and then Matt can come to the other side of this door, Matt. Come right up in here, so he can get it. If you want to, sir, if you push that chair out of the way, so Matt, can you drive the car a bit further? That's what I'm asking. Okay. Here he is. Got it?
You want me to get this door too?
No, I think we should be okay.
Let's go on in.
I love that purple. Purple's nice. Not every man.
Go to LSU?
Hey, he is. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Set up and do. Nobody's coming out.
This is the meeting room.
Oh, that's
Okay, great. Where's Matt? Right here.
Reminder, you come up and get it.
Well,
No, they didn't. Well, me and Coach McBride, we had a good talk. We didn't miss a beat. Can I sit here?
Ever to make this party what it is. So Carolyn's going to talk a little bit more about that, but they are wonderful, let me tell you. So I was the rookie on the committee, and a rookie gets a rookie job, right? So my job was buy the candy. That's all. Just get the candy. Looked online, a million websites. All of these places have now a category that they call nostalgia candy. You know that you are old when you are older than a lot of the nostalgia candy. Some of you may not like this kind of candy nowadays. I've been hearing some things about bridges and whatnot, but just do this. Pretend that you're cutting school and you snuck over to Thomas's store and got this, and it will be the best candy that you've ever ate in your whole life. So this candy tonight is about sweet memories. That's what our whole night is about. It's about seeing our friends, loving each other, reminiscing, sharing memories. And so Miss Carolyn, who has worked so hard, is about to come and talk. And everybody, please give her a huge hand.
Thank you, Jay. And now a word from our president.
well, hello, Tigers. 50 years ago, Tucker was a special time and place. We were all teenagers. Tonight, I see those same teenagers in this room. Maybe a little slower, maybe some aches and pains, but still teenagers. And the most important thing about tonight is we're teenagers here and here. Let's have fun tonight. We're just going to catch up. We're going to do some reminiscing. But first, we want to say a couple things. One, if you don't know it, we have a website. Where's Tommy Harris, our webmaster? Where's Tommy? There he is, our webmaster. We have a Facebook that we're slowly putting pictures on. Oh my God, they're on a date. Look in the car, they're on a date. So a couple of acknowledgments we want to do. But first I want to be sure that you all get your directory. You got it electronically too if you gave us an email. I hope tonight you have some pictures made in your cool glasses because we are cool. Kay was talking about your sweet candy treats. Be sure you take home your sweet candy treats. What did you want to say?
Nothing. Got it.
That they're on the day. Let's do some acknowledgments. We have some first-time reunion people. This is so exciting. And they've come a long way. First, where is our local? Where is Linda? Linda, will you stand? Linda Davies Johnson. And her husband, Don. From Houston, Texas, Dennis Walden. From Virginia, we have Carolyn Laverne Summer Rossi, I was going to say, and her husband Lou. Now the other thing is, our out-of-staters they're just so loyal to our reunions. It's unbelievable how many out-of-staters we have. So will the out-of-staters stand?
Yes.
Okay. We have Tanya from Texas. You need to get with Dennis. Yeah. Denise from Florida. We have Bill Odell Perrin from, like we say, Canada and Arizona. We have Pat Richardson Hawley, another Floridian. We have our wonderful train, Dwayne and his wife Kathy from California. We have Charlene and Walker Garrett from Florida. We have Pat and her lovely husband Bill from North Carolina. Is that all of our out-of-staters? Have I missed anybody?
Andy Harvey. I'm North Carolina.
Oh, sorry. Andy from North Carolina. So let's give all of them a hand. They are very we want to welcome spouses that were drug here by their wives or husbands. One thing we want to say, I'm not going to get into details about the reunion committee. We've had 10 reunions. We have never, ever, ever had a problem getting a committee. This year, we had a big committee, and it's been a whole year of fun. And so, like I said, we probably won't do another 5-year. We'll be doing something, but yeah, no big one again. But if you ever have a chance to work with everybody, they are more fun than a barrel of monkeys. And tonight, they're probably going to embarrass you a little bit. So be ready. There's a few surprises. But anyway, we have a special presentation to make tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to Andy Harper.
Big hand for Carolyn. Big hand for Carolyn. Y'all see where it's all going.
Carolyn didn't know that when she became president of our class that it was a lifetime assignment. But before I get into my part of the program, Linda Lee has a special award.
Carolyn gets up here and she starts thanking everybody. But I want you to know that 50 years ago, Carolyn was our class president.
Amen. Oh, yes.
And for 50 years, Carolyn has been the glue that has kept us together. You do not know how many hours she has spent on the telephone and on email. She has laughed with us. She has cried with us. She keeps us together when we need each other and when we can celebrate each other. And so tonight, we want to give you the Certificate of Appreciation awarded to Class President Carolyn Brinsfield Whitley for 50 years of devoted service to the Tucker High School class.
One thing. That's a half a century.
I don't think it's broke.
Well, this is totally unexpected and totally ridiculous.
Well deserved.
Yes, this is my retirement party.
For any ideas?
There's not a person in this room that I don't dearly love.
Yeah, there you go. Good one. Yeah.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Fantastic. Well, after all these years, Carolyn finally gave me an important assignment. This evening, she's asked me to do something that I'm truly honored to do, and that is to pay tribute to one of our favorite teachers and coaches, Henry L. McWright. Let me start with some general background information about Coach McWright. Since he was 6 years old, he's been a long-time University of Georgia fan. And today, he even gave up his Georgia-Tennessee tickets to be here at our reunion. What a commitment. He attended Noonan High School, where he was voted the wittiest in his class. From there, he went to Georgia's Teachers College, which is now Georgia Southern, where he majored in social science. He taught and coached wrestling and football for 34 years. His wife, Beth, taught for 36 years. They have two daughters. Lee, who was born in Tucker, now lives in Carrollton. She teaches Spanish, has a son 12 and a daughter 10. Their other daughter, Carla, was born in Carrollton and is now a teacher in Forsyth County. And she has two daughters, ages 10 and 12. Excuse me, 10 and 13. Coach McWright was 80 in April of this year. But he was only 26 years old when he came to Tucker. And this is where the story really gets interesting. Coach McWright came to Tucker High in 1959 from Druid Hills High School, where he had developed a very successful wrestling program. The principal at Druid Hills was a man named Charles McDaniels, who just happened to be from Tucker. And he mentioned to HL that there was a football coaching job available under Terry Hodges. He applied, and he was accepted, to our good fortune. His first year, he coached football with Terry and David Rycroft, and B-team basketball with D.D. Brooks. The football team that year, we were Class B. And they went 9-1, but they missed the playoffs because of a loss to Rockdale County. When he wasn't coaching, he taught social studies. And we're not exactly sure, but sometime in the early 60s or 61, he formed Tucker's first wrestling team. In 1960, Ed Tatum joined the coaching staff, and later they split the line coaching assignments. HL took the guards and the centers, Tatum took the tackles and the ends, and of course Terry kept the backfield for himself. That year the football team was 9-2, but again, no playoff. In 1961, they repeated with a 9-2 record. They won the region, but they lost to Morgan County in the playoffs. But things were looking up. In 1962, which is the second half of that school year, the wrestling team finally made its first debut in our yearbook with 27 grapplers, including Ron Silver and yours truly. That same year, the football team moved up to Class A. Things were getting tougher, but we didn't mind the pressure. We went 11-2, winning the region, but losing to Carrollton in the North Georgia Championship. In 1963, that winter, the wrestling program had added a B team and had grown to 61 wrestlers. In 2 years, to 61 wrestlers. And that fall, the fall of 1963, Tucker made its first ever run at a state football title. But as you know, we fell short by 1 point on a bad call.
We was robbed.
We were robbed. That spring of '64, the wrestling team sent 5 wrestlers to the state tournament. Danny Ricketts won gold, and our own Ron Silver won silver. But I guess the excitement was just too much for HL, because he left Tucker in 1966 to go to Central High in Carrollton, where he coached their football team until 1971. He was a principal and counselor for several Carrollton area schools until his retirement in 1989. Today, HL and Beth live in Carrollton. Now, throughout his entire career, Coach McWright has been a tremendous influence on countless numbers of young men, teaching them competitiveness, discipline, good sportsmanship, building character. And when they excelled in these skills, he rewarded them with a varsity letter. Tonight, it's our time to give back to the coach. I'd like for all the lettermen in the room to come up here and make a special presentation with me to Coach McWright. Come on, I know there's a lot of them out there. I see one over here. There's Silver back there. Joe. Walker. Come on up. Coach, would you please come up?
I have a little back issue.
I know.
That's the reason I'm also What's that?
Okay, we have dug something up from the past that we hope you'll like, and it means a lot to us, and we hope it will mean a lot to you. We're going to present you with a Tucker High School Letterman sweater with a real 60 eras Tucker varsity tee. It was donated by Ron Silver. It's the real deal.
51 years old, that area.
Coach?
Sharp. You are sharp.
All right.
Well, to begin with, I'm not going to tell you that I'm a good public speaker, because you'll find out soon enough that I'm not.
Hey, Ron.
But you know, this has been a great day, and a great event. And I certainly appreciate the recognition. I want to commend all of the committee, all of the other members of the class who made it possible by being here and making your contribution. And the spouses of those classmates who were here, and those who took the pictures and cooked the food. You know, there are a few people I'd like to recognize from my experience at Tucker High School, and that was a great experience of 7 years. And I didn't leave Tucker because I didn't like Tucker. I left because I grew up in Union, which was a small town, and I went to Carrollton. I taught at Carrollton, at West Georgia College, not taught. I attended West Georgia College, and then I got hung up on traffic out here close to North Druid Hill Road. I went home and I told Beth, I said, it's time for us to move back to the country. But I have so many memories, positive memories of Tucker. I don't think I ever had too many problems with students. If I did, we got them solved. And Beth and I were here when our first daughter was born, Lee, who is now 50. She would not want me to do that. And Carla, who we put our order in before we left Tucker. They are now 50 and 47. And they've heard me talk about my experiences at Tucker and my growing up in Union too, until they began to say, well, Daddy, you've had two paradises. And I do feel like I was very fortunate to be here at Tucker, and it was just a great experience. You know, I'm 60 years old now. I came to Carrollton, I came to Tucker when I was 25, I believe, 26, one or the other. And I was here 7 years. And, you know, I'm one of those educators who firmly believes, and I'm not saying this as a flattering thing, that all of, at least for me as a teacher, I think teachers benefit a great deal from their relationship with their students and athletes. You help make teachers better and coaches better. You know, I know I'm going to leave off something that I wanted to say, but I do want to comment on two students who are here. One is Terry Sue Griffith. Terry Sue was my teacher assistant, and she graded practically all of my papers. Otherwise, I never would have got a lot of them back to the students. Then Andy Harville is one of the great, and I do mean great, leaders of the Tucker high school football teams. And I've told him this story, and I'm going to tell it to you. We were practicing out there one day, and Ray Stevens was in the hospital with the kissing disease. What is that? Well, we moved Andy to center, and somebody else to guard along with John Stout. And we were drilling on this trap drill, and Second or third time we did it, Andy, who had been moved to center, came up holding his wrist. I didn't have another person who I could really put at center, which is, needless to say, that's one of the most important positions on the team, fullback, quarterback, and center, in my view. I just turned and walked away, and I think maybe I was praying. And Andy said, "Coach, don't worry about it. I'll snap the ball with my left hand." And he did that for about 2 weeks. You know, I think that is a great trait in a person to have, you know. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. And I know I'm taking longer than I should, but I did not know I was going to be recognized to this extent. See my name back there on the board, and the entire day has just been great. And I grew up in Union, and we had our 60th class reunion. I chaired that back 2 years ago. And I think we've always had reasonably good class reunions there at Union, but I have never attended one as great as this. And I have enjoyed every other one that I have attended, and I don't think I've missed too many for this class of 64. Now, what else did I have in mind that I wanted to say?
Wing sprints.
What?
Wing sprints.
No, we don't know.
Coach, I know what it is. I never finished teaching. I was a history teacher. I never finished teaching about Henry VIII. So I'm sure all of you would be very interested in that. And of course, the other person that has already been recognized, but I think she's done such a great job, we need to recognize her and give her applause again, Carol Brinsfield. So much work has been put into making this 50th class reunion a great success. And I've never seen so many people involved in helping it to be that successful. Now let me see, what else do I have in mind?
Well, it's not over, Coach.
It's not.
It's not over.
Okay. Well, you know, there are just a few things in my philosophy, whatever that big word means, that I've always tried to live by. And I think one of the greatest sports writers of all time, Grantland Rice, who was elected the sports writer of the first half of the 50th century. He used to make the statement that whether you win or lose is not important. It's how you play the game. And I've been fortunate to be associated with a lot of students and a lot of athletes who I think played the game the way Almighty God would want to play it. Let's all give a big yell for Tucker Tigers.
Hey, as the carpenter said, it's only just begun.
I can't believe all of this.
You're on a throne now.
I want to introduce my wife of 57 years old.
All right, before we, no, Coach, sit back down. Sit back down. We've got some more things, but before we get into the rest of the Coach McBride program, Carolyn has another special recognition.
I'm not going to have to speak again.
No.
Beth, would you come here just a second?
Great wife.
Behind every good man is a great wife. Yeah.
Anybody who lived with me for 57 years has got to have a lot of good qualities.
Amen.
And a lot of patience.
Enid made a special trip to get a special gift for you, Beth. You can open it, yeah. And we'll keep going. You open it.
And Enid is another very special person. Can't remember everybody. But everybody made a very valuable contribution to my life. All of you. Especially those of you who suffered through my world history class.
Hey, well, I remember you making Ricky Griffith walk around the flagpole when he was talking in world history. Sitting him outside this part of the school.
I forgot to. Such a day. I think I've died and gone to heaven. Later.
Thank you so much. I will say that when we left, so I really didn't want to go to Carrollton. We've lived there, what, 40-something years, but I love to come back to Tulsa.
Thank you, Beth. Now we've got a challenge. Sit back down, Coach. Uh-oh. Hey, with the microphone. Here we go. Here we go, Coach.
I've got one thing. I finished high school at Union High School. The only thing they could consider honoring me with was wittiest in the class. And I thought that was a very high honor until I got off to college and learned that meant I was a digit.
Okay. All right. Back down the chair.
I'm really not in bad shape as I look like now. I've just got a back.
Yeah, because I'm tired of Joe mouth off. Oh, you're working with me, and again, we'll be 50 years with you.
So you guys got a beat?
Without a doubt.
You gonna wrestle off
Just
here?
have to have our signals on.
All right, I'll referee. You ready? Get in position.
Wait a minute, my headgear on.
Your head.
We ready? Sumo wrestling.
It's a draw, but we've got medals for most of you.
Oh, okay.
It's a silver for Silver and a silver for Joe. next presentation is from Carolyn and Ronnie. So would y'all please come up?
Glad you just say I don't have to wrestle on that.
What's up, man?
Coach McBride, there's a gentleman who does drawings, and since we couldn't come up with the perfect photos of our school on Shamley Tucker Road and our school on La Vista, he does these drawings, and I had him correct it. We didn't like the tiger on here, so he redid the tiger. So we'd like to present you with drawings of both of the schools that you taught at in Tucker.
That's the original school.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, one reason, not the main reason, that I enjoy being in Tucker High School, when I came through school in Newman, it was socially promoted. I guess everybody believed it. We were Newman Tigers, so I felt very much like being a Tucker Tiger.
The pictures that he has, there's one of the original school when the main office faced Shamley Tucker Road that we went to through 1963-64. The second one is a picture of the school that's at Face La Vista Road when they built the first wing and the new gymnasium. These are the two pictures that he has. We're also going to present Coach McWright with the banner that's on the wall. If you haven't signed the banner, please sign it before you leave, because we're going to take it down and he's going to take that back to Carrollton when he leaves. So be sure to sign it if you haven't signed it yet.
And we want him to hang it over the bed.
Is that okay, man? Okay, our next presentation.
Hang it in the front yard.
No. The next presentation is a poem titled Coach that was written by Billy Turpin, and Billy asked me to deliver it this evening, and I'm happy to do so. Coach. You see, small town football is more than just a game. How well I remember the words our coach would always say. You know, there's more to this sport than run and kick, more than catch and throw. Keep your eye on the ball, and boys, always stay on your toes. First it's pushing and shoving. Let's see who's going to stay. Never say that enough is enough. It gets tougher every day. You see, small town football is more than just a game. It's more than high school pride. That's why everybody came. Mom and pops and all the teachers, folks we didn't know, store owners, the gas pump jockeys, the doctor, the lawyer, and more. It was on such a night, a sports writer came from the big newspaper uptown. He said, Coach, my readers want to know, how are the boys going to turn out? Coach said, I'll tell you all about it later. In 20 years, we'll know by then. We'll see if they make good husbands and fathers, if they grow to become leaders of men, if they support their community and stand up for all that's right. Yeah, I'll let you know how the boys turn out, just not tonight. You see, small town football is more than just a game. It's more than high school pride. That's what Coach would say.
Coach, we have some pajamas for you in bed.
but not least, almost last, gives me great honor to induct you into the class of 1964. If you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Coach H.L. McCray,
I, Coach H.L. McCray,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that the class of 1964
that the class of 1964
is my all-time favorite class.
is my all-time favorite class. But I'm truthful when I say I have never disliked the class. There may have been a few students in there. I just enjoy working with young people. That's about it.
Very soon. One last presentation.
We're all older and slower, but we didn't forget your birthday.
Oh.
Happy 80th birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Five minutes.